Today I'm running through for a Davy Jones organ mock that I built, a bit of a tutorial how to. We will start with the chair. You do not have to use a textured one, I like the look though. Mixel's ball joint goes on the back there. Brown 1x2 at the front. On the right hand side you have a studded one and a snot one on the other side. Back of the chair is a 1x4. I just used two different tiles to make it look a bit different. You can choose to use whatever you want there, or just a single brown one. Fold that up and that will act as the chair for the main part of the mock. The layout of the base is pretty simple. The only important thing is that the jumper plate needs to be in that position, which is the middle of the brick. This is built on two 4x6 plates. The greebling you can do yourself. You must leave the channel here though on the side, and that does have to be there. That will be where the chair sits, and that allows it to swivel as well. So that's the rough idea of the base. The organ itself is not too complex, but also complex as a little bit of it just requires some fiddling around. So start with two 1x4s. They can be the same color if you want. Personally, it doesn't really matter to me too much. I like the mix match look. Gold stud and a tube here. That is super important. It will help add to height later on. And then do the same for both sides, obviously. Two at the front there. Behind that there is a large curve going behind that one, and I've pre-done this. There's a 1x6 on another one there. That locks in like that. The next sort of build section will be the side piece. So this is, I'll break down so that you guys can see. That's the first side that it'll look like when it's built. So this is on an 8 bar. That goes onto that back one there and should then equal a level field there. I'm going to take this off for the moment so that you can see how this goes together. This one is on a 4 with the stud on the top. Goes onto a 1x2 modified plate with a clip. Seaweed is clipped into the side, which is coming off this round piece. It sits underneath that bracket. The gold stud on the bottom here brings that level, and that sits on top. That's the actual side of the organ build. The next part as we build up is another one of these. Very useful part in this. You'll need a lot of curves for this. That goes in that way. You will build this particular thing twice. I've used shiny silver keys to give a different definition. It is a 2x6 and a 1x6 plate with tiles and some snot builds there. The first one sits in here like this. Now sitting behind that is the exact replica of that, and we're going to build onto it a series of these. So these are identical. So this one has two 3 bars. The one on the other side has two 3 bars. It's just mirrored. We're going to set those at the back for the moment. The center one is a bit more complicated here. It has 3 bars. So the center is a 4 bar with a stud. The left is a 4 bar, and the right hand side, which is this one, is a 3 bar. Brown Bionicle clip arms or Exoforce arms. The key sits in that one on a handpiece from Exoforce, and then you can use a dark green or any color for that one specifically. We're going to set that at the back. The only difference to the other one is the window piece in the center. I have slanted this by putting it in to the front and the back to give it a bit of a different look. That slots in like this. This is where we then get our organ pieces. You can clip those into the back, making sure that when you put this one in, those arms go through nicely and will line up. like so. The arms, then you push in to curve around the window piece, like so. And then the final one goes there. You can see by playing with the height difference, sorry, it is quite fiddly aligning everything, and it is a little bit brittle before everything goes together. You can see when those are all aligned, they do actually sit at slightly different heights, which gives it the organ look. Finally, you're going to build a construction that looks like this. I suggest you do this like this first, so cone on a spherical piece, another arch, 3 jumper plates, little valves, and 2 more. I like to call them a telescope. This will then sit over the top of that build and tighten everything together. Make sure you align it so that the window stud gets locked in. This actually helps strengthen that build piece there. So that will be the actual organ itself built. Then we'll bring our base back like so. Chair goes in that way, and all you do there is line everything up, slot it in, and you're done.